It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. So they will go for it. Stafford. He's got time. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Braxton Miller, 55 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth-down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
Yeah, I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
A one-yard gain could look like a disaster. But it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Still 9 yards to go on third down. Stafford. Complete. He finds Bray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Stafford here. And break, the tight end's got it. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the Redskins are going to get a first down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play it, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alan Branch in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. To throw on second down is Stafford. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Following the field goal on is Locke Edwards to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Completion left side to Miller. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
C.J. Procise was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. Second and 10, Stafford again. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Mario Edwards in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Going deep this time for Miller. And got his man complete. The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Braxton Miller, 81 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it, but they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alan Branch in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Here's Stafford now on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They come out here in the eye. To throw is Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And the Seahawks have picked it up.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Back to throw. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Marvin Jones. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marvin Jones, 64 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those